I tried to go out there and not leave anything on the table without, of course, stuffing it in the fence. I'm Ray Alfalla, 33 years old, out of Cape Coral, Florida, and I'm a 4-time eNASCAR champion. My friend Brian Blackford, who's friends with Landon Huffman, and he lives up there in the area. He just kind of told me, "Hey, man, hit Landon up. He might be able to put you in one of his cars for a test or something, So I contacted Landon, and then he said, "Yeah, absolutely." And a lot of people helped out, just for a test, because it seems like just like a simple thing, but it takes a team. And of course, as you see in the in footage, it's a lot of people involved, whether it's taking video or getting the car ready, putting the decals on and getting it there. So it's a team effort. I've never been in a full-bodied stock car on an oval. Definitely not like a short track. I've only done, before that, the only time I've ever been on an oval was the Richard Petty driving experience there on Daytona. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had. Knew how to drive the stick, so I was, I had no problems with that. And yeah, just iRacing, just knowing the track, obviously, from the sim. So I didn't go there not knowing what the track was like. But even so, obviously, Landon took me around in his car before we went out there, just in his street car, and you get to see, in person, all the little details of the track. Shook the car down, got like a base lap time of what the car is capable of, and and then he told me, "Okay, you ready?" And that's when it was like, oh man, I'm really about to strap in here and go. So those are that's obviously nerve-wracking, that moment of getting in there and knowing that you're about to fulfill a lifelong dream, lifelong goal of like going around an oval in a stock car, and just all the rush of emotions of everything that's going on. The biggest unknown was how would it feel to slide the car. I know what it feels like on iRacing, and I'm able to correct when the rear end steps out, but I didn't really know what it would feel like to drive, to go into a corner in a big heavy stock car and hit the gas and and see what happens. So I think the biggest difference is in real life, you feel everything just quicker because it's right there instantly. You're sitting on the car and it shifts, so that's the very quick, and it feels very, very natural to save a car and to correct the car. But everything I learned on iRacing transferred as far as going into the corner, the front end pushing a little bit, then it being a little bit loose on exit. Everything that I learned, all the habits that I learned, I was able to just transfer it directly. And he was able to go a couple tenths faster than I was when I got back in the car, which, for me, being a couple tenths off Landon, who has a lot of experience there and has won races there, that was pretty good for me. Obviously, I'm super competitive, but I know that it was my first time in the car, so I wasn't expecting to set the world on fire and go out there and beat his lap time, but I think I came fairly close, and the rest of the team was fairly impressed.
I'd say race pace. I mean, if we were fast forward to even like a race pace with that many laps,
he'd be right there with you.
You wouldn't be far off right now, truthfully.
No. I've always thought the top drivers in sim racing, whether it's on the NASCAR side or the open wheel side or road side, I think the amount of skill and the amount of attention to detail it takes to go fast. Several of the drivers in the Coca-Cola series can get into a real car and do well and do respectable. I think other guys before me have already proven it. There's drivers that are racing for a living now that got started, in sim racing, whether that be here in the States or in Europe. That's already been proven. So anybody who says it's not possible is just not paying attention. So for me, it was really about the experience and getting to fulfill a lifelong dream of mine, which is going around an oval in a stock car.